I observed a school board meeting. Before I get started on that, let me give you a little background. We have a brand new superintendent this year. The superintendent that we had last year had been our superintendent for several years. At one point, he was dismissed by the school board, but then he was brought back, and then he retired, and now we have a new superintendent. So with the new superintendent, there's a lot of changes being made at the district, and the relationships between the superintendent and the school board are still being established, as are the relationships between the superintendent and all the school principals. What I observed at the school board is there is definite tension. I wouldn't necessarily say it's a power struggle, but there is definite tension between the school board and the superintendent. At one point, the superintendent dismissed a guest speaker, and a member of the school board called the guest speaker back up with a tone in his voice to indicate that he was rather not happy that the superintendent had dismissed the speaker. Principals seem to be on edge around the superintendent. They addressed him, Mr. Sanchez, very timid around him, it seems as though they're unsure. I observed that at the school board meeting as well. The process of the school board meeting, there's an agenda, and it's, line item by line item. It's very detailed. They lay out the procedures for any speakers from the public, what they need to fill out a speaker card, and they can only speak for 3 minutes, and they can only speak one time per item. The board had to, somebody had to call for a motion, and they had to agree on the agenda. My 3 major takeaways would be that right now is a time of uncertainty in our district. Another major takeaway is the big push in my school district is high school graduation. That seems to be the big focus of every conversation. Another big focus, I would say, another big takeaway is that at the school board meeting, we have a data system that doesn't necessarily give the most accurate data, and that became an issue at the school board meeting as a speaker was trying to give a talk regarding some data she received from the school district. The school board president then began questioning her on the information she was reporting out on, but she was reporting out on the data that she received from the school district. The superintendent then stepped in and stated that the data was wrong. So that was kind of surprising that we don't have a system that gives accurate data. I'm not sure if that's something that's going to be changed, but it's definitely something I think that should be looked into. Another thing that I think needs to be looked at is we have an adult school and a continuation high school, and those two locations or schools don't seem to carry importance as much importance as the traditional high school. That seemed very obvious at the school board meeting. Thank you.